Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Triceraton Zog figure from NECA Toys. NECA has been on an absolute roll lately, and the question is, does this continue that? Well, let's talk about that. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure is a thing of beauty, and there is just detail from just everywhere, from the tips of the horns down to the very soles of the feet, as you can see, just like literally everything sculpted in, no detail left untouched. The wrinkles in the clothing, just very, very nice and organic. And yeah, just there's nowhere where they really slacked at all, which is a beautiful thing. Again, even inside the mouth, we got, trying to get the light there, but fully painted, as you can see, sculpted as well. Just looks very, very nice. Got some fantastic detail. It's a very mean looking face sculpt, which I love. Nice touches like the little bit of wrapping here on the horn. And yeah, just really well done. And of course I'd be remiss to, pardon me, try to get the focus there. There we go. To not address that shade of purple, which is perfect. Just love it, and especially with that shade, with the red for the triangles. Everything. This calls to me on so many ways. And yeah, just, look at the paint too. Everything nice and smooth, even with the line work to make it look more comic-like. It doesn't seem awkward in any way, shape, or form. This is some of the best use of that I think I've ever seen. So yeah, just all around, just gorgeous figure. And if I had to nitpick anything, and I really don't even think this is a thing, but just something that did catch my eye, is just a couple of the tears here in the clothing where the hit of orange is just, you can see it, it's almost more of a white. It's like there was too much white in the, whatever paint mix they had for that. But again, just like the most minor of gripes. Other words, just absolutely gorgeous figure. We get a really nice loadout of accessories, so let's not waste any time. And so for hands, right out of the box, we get a couple of relaxed hands. Then we get a couple of fists. We get a couple of standard grips / clawed hands. I think these are more grips. And then finally get two different hands. So for a right hand, we get a kind of trigger finger, so clearly for the blaster. And then the left hand is a much tighter grip. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be holding because all of the weapons are much thicker than this. So if you know, let me know in the comments, or I'll probably figure it out after I finish shooting this, because that's usually how it goes. And then moving on to the weapons. So we get 3 grenades. We get 2 of these nice round ones. Again, you can see that kind of line work done with the black. So very nicely detailed. And then we get 1 kind of long grenade or spray. I think it's a grenade. Yeah, it's got a pin, it's a grenade. So, so we get those. And then we get the aforementioned blaster. This bit of marking is actually for me trying to fit it in one of those, the wider gripping hands. Actually, this is the handle, so that was just me not thinking. And some really nice work on this. I love the shades of blue they use. The line work here is just super, super clean. Just could not ask for more there. And then finally, my favorite, this really large knife. You can see the spikes here with the line work being done on there as well. Got a couple of nicks here and there on the blade. So yeah, just a beautiful piece overall. And that will do it for accessories. Articulation, balance here are better than they have any right to be. And because it's such a huge, thick figure that I just did not expect it to really move as well as it does. It's not super limber, don't get me wrong, but it, as you can see, can hold a freestanding kick, no problem. And part of that, honestly, is the very thick feet and the fact that we have the tail. We can do a lot of balance work here. I just probably the most I've shown off for a freestanding kick because I can move it around without any fear that it's going to fall over. So that's incredible. So just heads up on that. And then let's move on to the finer points. I'm going to move my camera a little bit here again because it's huge. So our head, we are on a ball joint. You can probably kind of see that. We get some insane up. I didn't think this would be able to look this far as well. It's almost a flying pose. The opposite of that, though, is we're not getting too much down. But as you can see, we can definitely get a little bit. And because it's already open, you can see we got an articulated mouth. So we can open about that much for some yelling, or you can just shut it. So that's pretty cool. Come to the arms and come up into our T. We do have bicep swivel. We have single jointed elbows that bring us to about there. Again, very, very just beefy boy, so he's not really gonna get up to 90. Hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. Then we come to the waist, and this is where we have our ab crunch, and there's a lot of movement here. They did a great job allowing for that space. So that's our crunch forward, that's our arch back, there's our neutral. So, you know, again, not crazy, but like way more than I expected there to be. Then I get some beautiful side to side as well. Our legs, we're almost in full splits. We have thigh swivel as well because of that assembly. Our knees come to about here. Again, you know, very, very thick, so not gonna be able to really get crazy with it, but definitely better than I expected. And then for the feet, got about that much point, getting a little bit more forward. And then we've got some very generous rocker as well. And then finally we get the tail. So as you can see, we are in a hinge and swivel, so you can come all the way around like that. And the whole thing is bendy as well. So, you know, you can get some pretty generous movement out of that as well. So that's pretty cool. And that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with various other turtle lines. With some Hasbro and Mattel. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with Articulated Icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valaverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the TMNT Triceraton Zog from NECA is that this is an incredible figure. It both meets and exceeds expectations. And yeah, I cannot recommend it enough. So if you are interested, this is currently part of NECA's Haulathon, which is their yearly thing they do at Target. And you know, I found this one on shelf, and as of the recording of this video, this was part of the next week's rollout in terms of, I think, online stuff. So there should be an online like landing page. So hopefully if it's there, I will be putting it in the description below. So you can hopefully pick it up, or at least locate one if you are so interested. So definitely check that out. And with all that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, all that stuff. If you want to help even more, ways to do that in the description. And I hope to see you back here because I do multiple videos a week, at least 3, with figure reviews of figures that are related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and sometimes more. So yeah, please come back and let's talk some more toys. So with all of that being said, I hope you're well. I hope all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope you and yours stay weird, simians.